All right. So before I let the timer start running again, I'm going to go do some communication. Here we have all of our adjacent areas. We have the Royal Bastion, which is the king. We can also see the effects that are going to be caused by them liking or disliking me. If they like me a lot, I get 20 gold every time I recruit a student. Or students are wealthier on average if they like me a little bit. And then, you know, the inverse-ish in the negatives. Prestige lowers faster over time is actually the very bottom there rather than losing gold. So what I'm going to start out by doing here, rather than just going through each of them and showing the stats that they have to change, is I'm going to try and figure out if I have any of these that I can already satisfy. Not really, because I don't study natural manner at the moment, so I don't really have anything I can do with the villages. I don't have much shadow mana at the moment, so I can't do anything with the Inquisition. That'll be more apparent later. So I probably just care about forging the best relationship I can, which is probably just going to the king and saying, "Hi, king!" So I can ask for money, lowering my faction's reputation here. So anytime you visit someone, you have unique kind of questy kinds of things that can occur. Like the unique occurrence here is the King's Council has a complicated certification form, and we can ask, are all these forms really necessary to rule the kingdom? Or if we had 40 factional reputation with the Inquisition, we could just say, we could burn the 3rd floor. That'd solve the issue. So similar to kind of like a Fallout even, you've got these conditional possibilities to give you extra different things that you could respond in quests. You can also take negatives, obviously, in order to get some other resources, right? Trading off resources for resources. Are all these forms really necessary to rule the kingdom? Of course, it's useful. How do you intend on managing the push nails into village potion import-export business? I think it'd be a relief for the king not to have to think about that. So, unfortunately, I'm only getting at 5 factional reputation here, but if I had a crystal ball, I could get 10 and 300 gold. If I had a potion workshop, I could get 5 prestige points. If I had a rune scriptorium, I could get 15 with them. That kind of thing, you know? Some would say it'd be a relief for the king not to have to think about that, but it is a-okay. Do not worry for the moment, friends. Let's pop this infirmary down as well. The infirmary can also only be accessed from the top and the bottom. So what I'm probably going to want to do is put the infirmary directly next to the student hall, because it can also only access from the top and the bottom. So it doesn't cut off any entrances if it's sitting next to it. So I'm probably going to wait for something else to put down in between the two. All right. Standard upgrade gives us another new house, as well as a student hall, but we also get the Student of the Month portrait. Gives students a modifier that allows them to learn faster, but also they get tired faster. I don't really have any students get too tired at all. I've not experienced that occurring. So I'm just going to take this and pop this bad boy on the student hall. Right, just remind them about the Student of the Month in the student hall as they're trying to relax. None of you are as good as whomsoever happens to be in this frame. Not a single one of you is free from sin. The sin of not being the Student of the Month. So here is one of the other things that we are going to have to manage. The Minstrel. Greetings, mage. I am the Minstrel. I'm sure you've heard of me before. Well, not really. Ah, the Minstrel. He's so handsome. Tonight, we're all going to see him sing at the tavern. The Minstrel is distracting your students, and they can't work properly. So I'm going to go see him on the local map to take care of that problem. It's going to be tough, but I can feel it. Which is a global modifier, Minstrel distraction. All students are learning all magic 15% slower because they're just too interested in that enchanting man. So he is now an event that we have the ability to view whenever we go out for events. And we have to satisfy some requirements in order to remove that negative that's occurring at the moment. Alright. Oh man, the wine in the ear has come back. If that doesn't stop, I may have to change headphones back. That's okay. Elsa Huang is a light sleeper, so that would actually stack with Hourglass already. Meaning you're really just going to sleep super quickly. Basically, head hits the pillow and you immediately bounce back up. Alright, Elsa. You are Kimaru. Light sleeper and chatty. You are Kimaru Jones. Just seems like a light sleeper, chatty kind of name, you know? Popular procrastinator bully. So, popular procrastinator bully. He's like a celebrated bully in media. I don't know that at the moment, but what I do know is that your name is Rawsome. Ah, Rawsome Tannen. Great answer, Jean. You'll go into Blunicorn there. Edith Cigaris is diligent but ugly. Also, we can see that all of them are currently affected by the Minstrel distraction. You are brilliant and wealthy as well, though. You're brilliant, wealthy, diligent, and ugly. Can we think of anyone, like, who kind of owns it? Who's like not classically attractive, so to speak, but is brilliant and wealthy? Like, someone who has all advantages that they possibly could have going for them, except for physique, possibly. DeVito. Kind of, maybe. You? Wow, Dragon Soul. Wow. Wow. Alright. There you go. There you go, Luke Dragon Soul. It's you now, huh? It turns the table. How the turntables? And a microphone. Where it at? 3 turntables and a microphone. Where it's at? Not even a guy? Oh, I'm not really caring about the gender of the character when I give them their name. It's I don't interact with them on a level that matters at all to me. Of mages and clans.
Greetings, humans. Our clan needs sorcerers to fight the king's forces, so I wondered if you could help. We're real nice folks, you know. If you could gain the trust of the Orc clans and improve your relationship to them to plus 90%, it'd be really cool. What do you say, friends?
Receive the quest Wizard of the Horde. I get negative reputation with the Kingdom and the Inquisition, but the quest. So this is one of the 3 quests that I'm going to have to complete before the end of the year. I'm kind of keen on doing that. Let's do that. This is not entirely a new game for me. I have 20 hours in it now, so I did the Take a Peek. That was my first play of the game whatsoever, and since then, I've done a lot. Do you need plus nature? Ah, you're right. Making friends with the Wizards of the Horde, with the Orcs, is going to require some natural studies on my side, and I am lacking. The Kingdom and the Inquisition, I mean, the Inquisition's going to be happy with me generating light or shadow, as long as I give them that, or focus on it, you know? I think I actually do have to turn this down, right? We set ourselves up in a position where the quest here is not necessarily going to be good for us, so I'm going to turn that one down. Unfortunate, but sometimes it happens. It feels like those penalties aren't very balanced. Does the quest have potentially good rewards? Well, so you can complete up to 3 quests each level. So each level is the creation of a university. And full completion or gold star completion or platinum star completion or whatever is completing 3 full quests. So I'm waiting to find 3 quests that I can complete. But the longer I wait, the less I'm going to have the ability to pivot into and finish the quest. And eventually I will just be given a quest that's like, this is it. You've said no to every quest here. Now you need to train 110 students. All right, let's let the simulation run for a bit. Don't really have much else we can do. We can have some students come in. Diligent Courageous is allergic to crustaceans, which means they study alchemy magic 50% times slower. You are Alan Parmesan. I mean, it's not spelt Parmesan, So this doesn't have to just be sparkling cheese from any region. So the answer is to always take students. At the start, often I am defaulting to taking every student. That may not be true in the future, but it is at the moment. You are David. And Gene Parmesan was a character in Arrested Development. Your last name is Bluth. You are David Bluth. You are going into the Blunicorn. Mei Huang is... I could have sworn I've hired your sister, who basically has your exact same stats. Alright, Mei. Come on in here. You are Abatoth. Last name... Diligent, claustrophobic, bibliophile. Sorry, bibliophobic. So you stay indoors, but you do not read books at all, but you are quite diligent. There you go. Ooh, Edith Gyrodis! Arcane Scholar. Wait, Arcane Scholar. Oh, I want an Alchemy Apprentice, not an Arcane Scholar. You're shifty, you study light magic slow, you're comical, awful evil smart. Okay. You are a classic Willow. And the last name for you is gonna be... Drendon. And that one's just straight up any name I could think of at the time. Oh, last name of the Wisp. Come on. How do you not do that? Will O the Wisp. Yeah, there we go. That's so much better. All right. Let's unpause. The messenger has come up, so we immediately want to go out. Do I have anything that I know that I can do here? Not necessarily. So I kind of just want to go and grovel at someone's feet, basically. Lowering all teacher salaries by 30% is pretty good, but I don't have that many teachers at the moment. Increasing the loading speed of messenger guinea pigs by getting peasants to level 75 is pretty nice, but I don't have the investment in nature magic that would really help get us there. Let's have a look at this theater. What do you want, Minstrel? Oh, my favorite admirer. Would you like an autograph? I need help to spread the word about our university. Gives us 3 prestige points. That is going to make students easier for us to get. However, these are the options that will actually prevent them from doing anything in the future. Have at least 200 alchemy mana and we can sell that for 700. Or, the tavern is now closed to all students. If we have 2 prisons and an orc hound, we can activate this. Or, our students are now above earthly pleasures. They will no longer be going to the tavern if we have 2 righteous cloisters and a reliquary. Do I already have one of those? I mean, I'll get the prestige points. This is a... Wait, no, this is just a default light room. Okay, so the closest one out of those to us... God, I don't even know what the closest one out of those to us right now might be. We'll keep an eye on it.
Why is our kid never student of the month? Your teachers are idiots, incapable of seeing true talent, and you're an imbecile for not seeing their incompetence.
Yes, that's right. We're all idiots. When will you leave my sight? Or leave my office before I turn you into a ripe banana? Yeah. Get out of here. How dare you step to me, you get stepped on. Orcount takes nature, right? Yes, it does. So I'm going to need to try and find myself some segue back into the natural sciences here. A well-behaved heavy sleeper who's down to earth. Linda Stormcalm. You are now Tristan. Well-behaved, down to earth, heavy sleeper. Tristan Calmstorm. I like that. Comfy. Rachel Treusfler. A light sleeper who's claustrophobic and shifty. Well, I mean, we've got to give you a silly pseudonym. Not based at all on the character itself. Just on the fact that I am now at the end of the list. Gwendolyn Londu. You're ambitious, ugly, and slow. I mean, Blunicon. It's just... The class is only for alchemy apprentices here. Like, yeah, you are hard prioritized to do your alchemy. Good. Works for me. We could draw from the light tech right now. My last name's in full caps. Yeah, you're right. I should have fixed that. Maybe it's just to make them a lot easier. Yeah, seems like it. They do auto cap them after the fact. I don't actually have to actively do it myself. Okay. Let's keep holding on. You know what? I will draw from the light deck. Oof. Those are good. Hero's Chapel allows them to learn heroism skills, comes with the teacher. There's the Bright Staff Refectory, which allows 7 staff members to lower their hunger, tiredness, boredom, while increasing their healing and sanity. After a good meal, their hunger grows slower as well. So this is a particularly good kind of thing to have for staff members. Although really, like, I already have a teacher's lounge. So maybe instead of getting this, what I really want to do is just wait until I get a private apartment instead, because Pegasus is also here. This creature wanders the school and has a chance of making the students it encounters richer. Pegasus is a charm that brings luck and wealth to whoever so sees one. A good reason to keep one at home. I think we'll go with the Hero's Chapel, though. So now we have an area there that is, like, heavily focused on light magic. Well, I mean, this one's kind of obvious, I feel. You're demanding and greedy, so you raise your staff by your wage by 30%, and also 100%, and also 50% from being unionized, so you're going to cost me a lot of money, and I need money, so we'll take the other one. Look at my beautiful Archmage, my dear colleague. Always a pleasure to see you. I have the funniest story to tell you. One of our students has just become an Archmage, and he wasn't even particularly bright, if you get my drift. I guess that is the miracle of our modern approach to teaching. Anyway, what about you? That's enough about me. I heard you've trained some pretty good herbalists, I guess. You know, I think we'll get an Archmage. Archmages are actually really hard to get in the earlier parts, so I think I'm gonna say, indeed, and rest assured, I am so happy for you. I'm still waiting for a quest that looks like it's a good one for us. I may need to just ask the king to invest in me. Gimme money. It's a touchy subject, but the university needs money. So I get 150 out of that. It gives us a new card from the main deck in 2 more gold, which is now pullable, although we should probably wait for this event to trigger just in case it's about to ask us for gold. It does not, however. It's time to create some specific teaching goals. Here I'm being forced to absolutely take a quest. We should put a curriculum together so that our students end up with great futures. What curriculum would you like to create? So, I don't entirely understand the curriculum super well, but we'll go for that in the future. So, the top is Time Traveler. Receive the quest Time Traveler 12. To train a student for this future, you must focus on the following type of magic. Temporal magic. If the requirements are fulfilled, the future will be automatically offered to students at the end of their studies as long as the objective is not completed. There's also Shadowbinder. To train a student for this future, you must focus on the following types of magic. Potions, we already have access to alchemy. Necromancy, we already have access to shadow. Retribution, we already have access to light. We could actually probably focus exclusively on those. Never do nature, never do arcane, just those, and go for Shadowbinders. I do kind of like that. We could be Karth of a Sai, or a Shy. Then we have the curriculum Inventor, which requires Druidism, and Temporal Magic, which we don't have access to. I'm going to go for the Shadowbinders here. And then I do kind of want to still keep some money on hand, but I recognize what we actually need is... I mean, look, we could get a nature room, and that would give us some beast stuff. So how do we say the... Maybe I don't study at all any nature. Right? Actually, let's do it that way. Let's not study. Does that mean we now change the alchemy school to include shadow and light emphasis? Eventually, yes. But right now, because we, like, our potions room is also our runes and enchantment room, right? Like, the rooms that teach all of the disciplines of that magic school are going to teach them very, very slowly. So I imagine I would create a lot of people who are level 1 at everything by doing that at the moment. I'll do that later, certainly. The problem with that is it makes it harder to appease the orcs and peasants. That's definitely true. I might just have to kind of suck that up, though. Just deal. Both of those, to be clear, both the orcs and the peasants will occasionally ask me for alchemy, which I will have some of. There's a private bedroom, allowing 2 students to rest in great conditions, greatly reducing their tiredness, improving their sanity, or we can get a coffee machine. Active teachers in this room have a decaffeinated modifier, which reduces their tiredness gain by 100% for a few minutes, and also gives them a small chance of unionizing. Hell yes. I want to be taking the private bedroom, though. This is accessible from all areas, so we'll put that bad boy right there, so we can make room for the infirmary directly above it. I mean, I'm just going to take Eleanor Thieflin there. Seems the obvious pick. The orcs are coming back to us. Ah! Alexander Ilyich is a vampire. So they will sleep during the day, never at night, learns all magic 30% faster, and generates more shadow mana. They're immune to aberrations as well. So you can have non-humans apply. You're smart, well-off, lawful, evil. I mean, honestly, I kind of just want to put you in Hourglass. You seem like you fit well with them. Hannah Tadula, you can just go in Blunicorn. I'll take that. So I'm holding no real resources in Treasury at the moment, which is probably going to be a bit rough with respect to this whole orc.
We're hungry.
Yeah, what do we do about that?
The human will find us something to eat. Otherwise, we'll eat the human. And the small humans living in the human's house will also eat the house, and the human, and the small humans inside of it. And probably the human's pets, too, with some urban aromatics.
I advise you to eat the neighboring villages' peaceful citizens. That'll obviously make the kingdom and the peasants hate us. If we had a health risk waffle maker or a Zarsaroth's raclette dish, we could get positive modifiers with them. We have nothing to offer, just gives us a hard negative with the orcs. Man. I think I'd take the hard negative with the orcs right now. Not happy about it, but do what you got to do. Every respectable school needs a special magic discipline they specialize in. It's crucial if you're going to be recognized internationally. So we become a specialist of one of these different schools. Light magic, arcane magic, or alchemy. Obviously not natural magic for us. Not going to be accessible. Which of these are we going to be focusing on the most, though? So we have one light room, and then I mean, we are currently making more light magic than anything else. Alchemy does seem like a fun one to do instead, though. I mean, I can't do arcane or natural, so it's literally actually either of the middles here. Maybe it's just light. So, Light Specialist is just going to ask us to produce 8,000 light mana over the course of the entire level. So the faster we do that, the better off. Tojang is an arcane... No, wait, we don't do arcane stuff. You can go in Blue Unicorn then. Oh! Message is back up. The king is currently 0 with me, so I'm actually going to go back to the king and ask for more money. I just really need money right now. Skyart, thank you very much for the 6th month of Tier 1 subscription. Jerome Mertz and Chan, welcome back to the Republic. Deep in the bowels of the archives, an intern has just discovered a secret entrance leading to the old archives of King Boktalon IV. We're a bit scared to go there, but maybe you could help us explore? Legends say they contain invaluable documents and permits. We'll give you 50 gold for your expedition. Best of luck with it. One of the reasons that I wanted to get some money just a couple moments ago from the kingdom. Alright, we're about to be offered new students. I'm gonna draw from the light deck. Man, if only I had the cheese component earlier. Archangel Wings. When a student is at least level 4 in Sacred Magic and level 3 in Heroism, they get Archangel Wings. They now generate 125% more light mana. That is not going to be accessible for us right now, but eventually we will want Archangel Wings. Although, because I'm going to be drawing a lot of cards from the light deck, eventually I will just get this. I'll do that later when I'm actually likely to be able to trigger it. Maybe it's time to take a Bright Staff Refectory, or I could just take Zarsaroth's Raclette Dish. Characters who eat in this room have a chance to create cheese component cards. Cheese component cards are for making alchemical potions. Sure, let's take that. Seems reasonable to me. Gourmet, down to earth, procrastinator, Ida Vicar, you're gonna go in Blue Unicorn. You're definitely Blue Unicorn material. I'll take something from here also. Mysterious blueprints have a small chance of increasing the intelligence of students working in the room, but an enchantment workshop and a rune scriptorium. I am going to want to get like enchantment workshop, rune scriptorium, and the other as well. Let's get the rune scriptorium. Yeah, this will lead to better interactions with the kingdom. Ooh, this can only be accessed from the left and right. Interesting. Maybe I put that here then. What's the alchemy thing you need for the star? That is... Oh, it was potions. Well, that was the one that wasn't offered to us. The other alchemy classes distract from your goal, though? Ah, because you don't want to train them broadly. So is this a roguelike as well? Get benefits after the run for a new run? Yes, in ways. It's kind of a campaign-ish. I wouldn't, like, describe it as a roguelike, but it has that element that you're asking about. Alright, Scriptorium, you go down there. Definitely the excellent teacher, I feel. Also, we have the ability to go back out in the public. The king doesn't like us anymore. The peasants don't really love us. I mean, I could make the Inquisition love me in a moment. Dragon Merchant. All the cool schools have dragons. Wouldn't you like to be a cool school? Or remain a lame duck forever? If your answer is the former, I can sell you dragons for 125 gold pieces a pop. Yeah, dragons. Dragons. Yeah, dragons. Yes, we got a white dragon. Perfect. A white dragon wanders around the school. Any student it crosses learns light magic more effectively for a few minutes. So I'm going to pop that back up in there. Although it will wander around the entirety of the school, it's going to make our light magic a little bit more efficient there. Let's also go over to the Inquisition Monastery.
Greetings, miscreant. Are you not busy performing evil sorcery or waking the dead?
There's a lot of activity here. A bunch of priests are trying to chain a large demonic creature above a pentacle drawn in chicken blood. I only wish to improve myself. +5 reputation. I hereby bring you some heretic artifacts taken from the forces of evil. So this is why I waited for 100 Shadow Mana before coming here, because now I can just get a +20 with them if I'd like. Although, I now have the option. Push the priests around and free the demon. You assume he doesn't deserve this. I could get demonology right now. Do I need demonology, though? Oh no. What was the thing that I needed in the stars? You don't need shadow for the star? I don't need shadow? No, I need shadow for the star. It's necromancy, not the... Thank you. We don't need to focus on demonology then. I bring you some heretic artifacts. Thank y'all. That is one thing that I do wish would be changed. I'd wish, like, in events and, like, item placements and things like that, that I'd have the ability to back out for just a second to check my meta goals. Because you can't. And it seems like it would be... It would offload a lot of the overhead that you have to otherwise constantly be thinking about. Okay. Vaj Tagoth is a deep folk, repels the Lord of Evil's progress by a percentage equal to their prestige gained from their future. They also eat 30% slower. I mean, look, you're a blue-to-corn through and through. You're even blue. You're even the color associated with the house. A school with no discipline. The Parent Association has said that it is that discipline is becoming ever so hazy concept at your school. Our values are truly disappearing, huh? You're exaggerating. I don't have a prison, so I can't qualm their concerns in that way, and I don't have chains, so I can't do it in that way either. You're exaggerating. Oh, my prestige is real low. Right, let's get a light card. Chamber of Truth. That's retribution skills, baby. That's one that we want, baby. I mean, look, if the other one's already accessible only side to side, then let's make this one here. Our prestige is really bad. Yeah, we're not getting that many students at the moment as a result of it. Inspiring athletic, relaxed coward. Sure, you seem like exactly the right kind of person for me to put in there. I'm gonna hold some alchemy in reserve here for a moment. Arcane scholar who's old-fashioned but claustrophobic. Blue-to-corn. Blue-to-corn material through and through. Huh, interesting that the deep folk would be opposed to the forces of evil. They're not really opposed. In fact, you get them more often when you focus on the forces of evil as well. Are they with the... They're not with the graveyard. The graveyard's with the vampires. They're with the Lord of Evil. Something like that. Okay. Let's see what we can do with our communique. So I am just below getting the Inquisition Monastery to give us 10% extra light mana while studying. I'd love that. I'd love that. What does the different dormitory give? Different dormitory? What different dormitory? Guild Tavern. No, I'm not good at that. Shadow mana. I mean, I do want shadow mana stuff. Oh, what do the different dormitories give? They give different specializations, and they also give different 2 bonuses that were pre-selected when I got the house set up. They confer those to all of the students, as well as this priority set. I mean, honestly, I think I should just explore a little. Let's go to the Lord of Evil and see what's up here.
Yes. Have you come to beg for mercy?
2 vampire princes are talking near the Lord of Evil's throne. They seem to be arguing about the progeny's magical materials. If we have 25 reputation here, we would be able to get new vampires. If we had 25 reputation here as well as a coffin, we would be able to get 2 sets of new vampires. However, all I can do right now is grovel, which could have consequences later on, or forget it, I'm leaving. Let's grovel a little. Let's see what's up. Has some consequences later on. Consequences can be good or bad. Some cows have disappeared. You know what I found out while counting my cows this morning? There's one missing. It's the prettiest one too. Was it you? Of course, we use cow blood for our summoning rituals. Of course, cow blood does wonders in alchemy. These will make the peasants hate me, but they will give me a bunch of mana. Or, nah, wasn't me. Of course not, dear neighbor. If I was very, very, very in with them already. I'm gonna just say no. That's like a giant boost, but it also makes the peasants absolutely hate us, and we're gonna have no problem doing that our damn selves. Let's have a little bit of a look at our stats. Just get a little bit of knowledge about how things going on. Yeah, our expenses keep climbing, but our balance is still rising, so that's all good too. No one's extremely lacking sanity or health or anything of the sort. We're all good. So this is the term summary. Unfortunately, it does print in a dark color, so it's a little hard to see. Where could I put it? It'll lighten things up a little bit, I guess. Man, it's really hard to see, eh? Term summary, it's just telling me how much gold is taking my salaries as well as the upkeep for my individual buildings. The Orc tribe's reputation just created? Yeah, that makes sense. How do you make money in the game? Just the applications? So I can make money by charging my students for, you know, the food they eat in the refectory. I will just get their tuition passively as well. Money acquisition in this game is a little bit more of a mystery to me, though. Still trying to work that one out. Okay, we now have enough light magic to actually do something with it, but first off... Guild Tavern, what's up with... No, I don't do arcane magic, so I don't really want their bonus. I mean, I do want the Inquisition's bonus, but I don't want to trade them anything else. Don't want to go to the local cemetery. The king doesn't really like us that much. Alright, king. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's so good. I'm extremely currently busy. What do you need? The king is regularly disturbed by characters in multicolored costumes. The circus is coming to town, but Oscar the Flying Elephant is sick. So I have a dragon. That could work, right? Get 4 prestige points for that. Great. Put us back in a little bit of a safer position with respect to that. Hopefully get us some more students too. Does this cost the dragon? Nope. Dragon's still here. Would not do it in exchange for it. You can sell the cheese for extra gold. That is true. You can sell it for 10. I mean, I'll do that with one of them and then sell the other one for 10. Actually, did that sell for 10 light mana? I think that may have sent for light mana there. Doesn't really make too much sense why it did that. Deep in the bowels of the archives. Ah, so we've got the result of this expedition. Incredible news! The mages sent you the archives of King Boctalon IV. They came back. They found an ancient spell book misplaced amongst the kingdom's accountancy ledgers. We hope it can be of use to you. We can offer it to the king to get factional reputation there, or a great news. We'll take that spell book. We're going to take that spell book because nearby students have a small chance of gaining specialization in a random school of magic due to that spell book. So I'm going to put that in the eating area so that they passively are affected by it as they try and do other stuff. I am very quickly going to take a moment here. Okay. Let's let this simulator simulate for a moment here. Light tech? Think I could easily pull from the light tech at the moment. Trophy room. Okay, the trophy room is something I may have not considered effectively enough in my preparation of these rooms here. The trophy room. Artifacts, relics, and decorations in this room also act on active characters in horizontally and vertically adjacent rooms, but they operate, at half power. All there is left to do now is fill it up. I don't really have many things that can even go in it, but multiplying their effect by allowing them to hit so many things at the same time is really nice. Although, reliquary. Also kind of good for us. Students working here learn light magic 50% faster and shadow magic 50% slower for a few minutes. So as long as the people learning our light magic don't really care about their shadow magic immediately, I could totally take that. And then finally, we don't go herbalism, so this would make people unaffected by boredom, but that's not going to happen for us. Let's go reliquary and pop that bad boy up there on the top floor. The shadow debuff is right though. Is rough though? It definitely is, right? If they're gonna go immediately from that to trying to study over here in the shadow room. My hope is that by the time they go to do their, demonstrations of the dark arts, I guess, we will have the buff move off of them. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'm trying it out. And does anyone else need alchemy at the moment? Not really. Okay, I'll use an alchemy draw as well. Alchemical talisman. So, multiple levels of talismans or relics will decrease the level that you need by 1 for each requirement to activate its effect. However, because this is already level 1 in both of them, it can't go any lower than level 1. You have to have some investment. So getting this is actually useless as far as I know, other than selling it. Rune Scriptorium, make that a little bit more efficient. There's also an aquarium over here. Active characters in this room generate gold. I need to take that just because my gold is, butts. My gold isn't. It isn't. And I would like it to be instead. I mean, look, I can sell that cheese. And it is selling polite magic at Pierce. Merchant Gold. The Merchants Guild is now interested in our university. They'd be willing to support us financially as long as we can support them financially back with 10,000 gold pieces over the course of the run. We get the quest Merchant Guild for doing that, but we don't care about money. Our cause is nobler than that. We're going to get 5 prestige points for saying that, and then immediately get offered the quests that we can't turn down now. I'm glad you've refused the merchant's offer. We'll be able to focus on our true goal, teaching magic to everyone. We should try training at least 110 students. I've accepted every student so far, so unless I kill a lot of my students, this is easy to achieve for us. Remus Walmus. You're a smart, wealthy werewolf. Werewolves hit twice as hard, recover health over time, and intimidate other students, which reduces their need to misbehave. They're also immune to aberrations. You're a blunicorn if I've ever seen one. Hell yeah! Okay, we've had our first student graduate. So now we can see a little bit about their future. The futures available to them are predicated on their stats. So this one has level 1 in Assassin, Necromancy, and Demonology, and has the modifiers correct in Chaotic Evil to become an imp. Reduces the cost of shadow cards by 1 and gives us 1 prestige. Great. Love it. The other options here, like Dead, I could roll a 2% chance for them just to die. Peasant, increase my reputation with the villagers, but it's actually lower prestige getting a peasant. Squire, Undertaker, like all of these are based around the student's file having 1 in heroism and then 3 in demonology. They're, different statistics and stuff like that as well. Let's hide the student file. You are going to become an imp. That's great for you. Ooh. Thanks to the Taste Buds of Steel, Kimaru Jones has become a Royal Taster. We can get 100 light and alchemy mana for that. Yeah, more than happy to take that too. Thanks to their pitiful magic skills, Luke Dragonsoul has become a peasant. Reroll this. Oh, I would have liked you to become an imp friend, but instead you have become an Undertaker. Get 50 shadow mana for you. Peasant, but I could reroll you as well, Abertoth Pearson. You become a village mage. We get no prestige for you, but we do get 15 mana of every